Hi everyone, so we thought we'd just do a quick vid of a breakdown really of how we got on in Europe. We're going to do loads more videos, I just haven't had time to edit them yet. So we went across from Folkestone to Calais, into France, up into Belgium, Luxembourg, Germany, Switzerland, and then worked our way back. What do you reckon was the best, your highlight of the whole trip?
I love Switzerland.
Switzerland, yeah, Switzerland was good. We stayed on Lake Interlaken, found a lovely campsite, which for Switzerland that wasn't dear, was it at all?
No, it wasn't.
What did we pay for? Was it 70 euros for the 2 nights? I think it was 70 euros for the 2 nights, but lovely shower blocks, lovely toilet facilities and all of that, right on the edge of the lake. Beautiful walk all the way up the river, didn't we, into the actual town, and ended up in the middle of a food fair, food festival in the middle of Interlaken. So definitely Interlaken. Bastogne,
we went to the waterfalls.
Lanterbrunnen. I don't know if I get my pronunciation right, but Lanterbrunnen was good. That was there was a valley there, and there was just waterfalls coming down the sides of the mountain. You could walk up behind one of them, and we had lunch there because the sun was out. Benefit of that day was we were able, because we'd already set up the tent and everything, we were able to bin all the stuff off the bike, so we didn't have all the panniers and the weight and the top box and the tent on there, so that was a really nice day, wasn't it? I think Bastogne was good, purely because of the history of the place and going to the War Museum, which was good, wasn't it? That was just a rainy day.
Very wet.
Yeah, it rained all day that day. That was the worst travel day we had. It was raining, but again, you know, don't have to tell anybody that's got the bikes. It's as long as you've got the gear. We were actually bone dry underneath everything. We looked like drowned rats, but it was all right. But the whole thing was good, wasn't it? The whole trip. Black Forest
was beautiful. The scenery. I like going through the German towns, all the little villages.
Yeah, on the side of the hills and that. Germany surprised me.
Yeah.
Germany, I don't know why, but in my head, why would I want to go to Germany? But so many people had said, yeah, if you're on the bike, you've got to go through the B500 and through some of these places over there.
But we hit some snags because they'd had bad floods the week before. Yeah. We had to sort of reroute, didn't we?
Yeah, because we were going to go to Cologne, weren't we? That's how we ended up down Bastogne. We were going to go to Cologne and then down the Mosel Valley. And then thank you to the Facebook pages and that, we would send pictures and people were saying, no, parts of it are flooded, so you can't actually get down as far as Hochheim, where the castle and that is, which is where we really wanted. It was one of the places we wanted to go. But it didn't affect the trip. We ended up doing a different route.
That's how we ended up in Bastogne.
We did. And we didn't pre-book anywhere. Now, bearing in mind though, it's out of season, you know, we're not in peak season. The only place we pre-booked before we left Torbay was Folkestone, the hotel in Folkestone. We hadn't booked no, it was crap. But it was only 44 quid and you could park the bike there, and it was on the harbour, and it was literally 10 minutes from the tunnel, which was perfect, to be honest.
The location was ideal.
Yeah.
Hotel's a bit...
Yeah. But for the 13 days we were over there, we didn't pre-book anyway. We literally, because we didn't want to have a set route, we wanted to be able to get up in the morning, check the weather forecast and try and follow the weather and go to places we wanted to visit, but we'd skip or go a different route depending. And we never had an issue. We always found most campsites we just turned up at, didn't we?
Yeah, it worked very well, because I said if we had booked in Cologne, we would have had a problem with all the floods. And also Switzerland, the day before we went to Switzerland, they were having this big storm, so we rerouted to Lake Constance, didn't we? And it was beautiful weather there. We were on the lake, it was gorgeous. So by the time we got to Switzerland the next day, it was beautiful, wasn't it? So we sort of bypassed that weather.
I mean, it worked for us, and most campsites we never booked, did we? We just found one on when we were pulled over. We just had a look on the internet, campsites nearby, found them and just literally pulled up, and we never found a problem. I mean,
even when we stayed in the cities, then that's when we stayed in the hotel. We got in those all right, didn't we?
And there was no issue there. Having said that, if it had been peak season, you know, you might have struggled. I don't know, but I'm sure a lot of places will squeeze a bike and a little tent. But other than that, the trip went brilliant. What did we learn from our first big European trip? Well, Doing too much?
Yeah, yes and no, because it was all a learning curve for us, wasn't it? We wanted to see what it was like going through each different country.
Yeah.
So we said, but there was lots of places we want to see. We definitely do it again, but we would stay somewhere longer so we could explore and without all the luggage on the bike.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So, yeah.
I think that was the thing. That's why we enjoyed Switzerland so much, because we stayed a couple of nights.
Yeah.
Everywhere else was just one night. So we had a lovely ride during the day to get to the place, like up through the Vosges Mountains. Where did we go from the Vosges, through the Vosges Mountains? We're on our way back, weren't we? No, we're on our way back to the Vosges Mountains. Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
But every destination really we went through some beautiful roads, beautiful countryside, camped the night and then headed off again. So I think definitely the next trip we will, unless it's just a stopover to get to somewhere particular, we will probably spend a couple of nights minimum in each place to just be able to shoot off on the bike without all the luggage and that, and just enjoy that area that we're at.
Yeah. Definitely.
Luggage wise, we took everything we need. We didn't take any cooking stuff on this one, but what we did do, which was Sharon's idea to be fair, was to just take a flask, and she'd bought a load of little sachets of like hot chocolate, coffee and that. So every morning before we set off, wherever we were, we found somewhere where we could get some boiling water, fill the flask, emptied some hot chocolate in it or coffee, whatever we were doing, and that way then if we were out in the sticks or in the middle of nowhere, we could just pull over and we could have a hot drink. We carried waters.
Cups, didn't we?
Ideal. Pop-up cups we had. There's somewhere.
They were great.
Well, we're different now because we're actually
we're actually camping.
We've got an air fryer with.
It's stopping to rain now.
We're down in Newquay and we're down in Newquay to do some bodyboarding, but the weather's rubbish and we've got an air fryer with us, fridge, stove. It's a bit different. But we'll post some videos of places on our trips. I said we visited Ghent, Bastogne, the Black Forest, went through Baden-Baden, we did part of the B500, but then we took one of the back roads, which a lot of people had said was even better. We ended up on the way back home, we stayed a couple of nights in Calais as well on the way back, but it was all good. Everywhere was good. So we're going to post some more. If you want any tips or advice on what we got wrong or what we got right, which was certainly we didn't get too much wrong, really, did we?
We done better than we expected.
Yeah, we used everything we took with us.
Yeah.
We didn't get anywhere and realise we hadn't bought a particular thing. No. It worked perfect. So we'll post another video. Sorry this was a long one, but we just wanted to sort of give you a little bit of feedback on how it went for us. So take care everyone, and we'll do some videos up of the different places we visited as well, because we've done videos of like when we're in Ghent and places like that, so, and Switzerland obviously.
Sun's coming out.
So we're going to pop out now. So speak to you soon. Bye.